Rand Paul taught arrogant Whoopi Goldberg a lesson. Let me. Hashtag Broadway Drama Edition. In today's episode of Political Fireworks Meets Hollywood Heat, sparks fly, egos clash, and a moment so savage, even Broadway would give it a standing ovation. Buckle up, because Senator Rand Paul just took Whoopi Goldberg to school, and class is in session. Act 1. The setup, a stage called The View. The morning was like any other on The View. Coffee cups clinked, makeup was flawless, and opinions were flying like confetti at a pride parade. The hot topic, government overreach, individual freedom, and, cue the drama, masks and mandates. That's when Rand Paul, Kentucky senator and libertarian firebrand, took his place in the hot seat. Whoopi Goldberg, seasoned actress, Oscar winner, and the queen bee of The View, was ready. Or so she thought. "You don't believe in mandates that keep people safe?" she asked, eyebrows arched like Broadway curtains mid-rise. Rand Paul leaned in, unbothered, calm, calculated, like a man about to drop the hammer. Act 2. The clash, philosophy versus sass. Whoopi, Paul began, voice level, "I believe in freedom and informed choice, not one-size-fits-all theater. Let me, yes, let me, explain why your science changes depending on the politics." Gasps. Even the audience quieted. You could almost hear a pin drop, or a fact bomb about to detonate. Paul pulled out data, studies, court rulings. He wasn't just speaking, he was performing, and the facts were his cast. Goldberg, caught mid-interruption, tried to regain control. "Hold on, Senator." But Paul wasn't done. No, let me finish. Because when people in power use fear to control others, it's not compassion. It's tyranny dressed as virtue. Whoopi blinked. The panel scrambled to reset. Joy Behar shuffled her papers like a pianist missing a key. The moment, electric. Act 3. The twist, a standing ovation online. Clips of the exchange hit Twitter before the segment even ended. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag Rand owned Whoopi. Hashtag The View meltdown. Hashtag Broadway drama. Some hailed Paul as the philosopher king of the Senate. Others defended Whoopi, claiming she was ambushed. Either way, the moment was viral gold. TikTok reenactments, memes with opera music. The internet had chosen. This wasn't politics, this was theater. But perhaps the most ironic twist. Rand Paul ended the segment with a smile and a bull-like nod. "Thanks for having me. I hope we can all listen more than we talk." Cue the credits. Act 4. Backstage buzz. What happened after the cameras cut? Rumors swirled. Whoopi stormed off set. Not quite, but sources close to the show said tension was palpable. Some producers reportedly whispered, "Well, he did make a point." Even some The View fans admitted the senator had done his homework. Others felt Whoopi was too combative, not letting a guest explain their point without editorializing every syllable. But here's the twist no one expected. Later that week, Whoopi made a rare Instagram post with a quote from Voltaire. "I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." Fans debated, was it shade, or subtle reflection? Final act. What we can all learn. Politics isn't always about who yells the loudest. Sometimes, it's the cool-headed voice armed with truth that steals the show. Rand Paul didn't just clap back. He delivered a performance, and yes, a lesson, on how ideas can challenge even the most established hosts. And Whoopi, she's still a queen of the screen, but this time, maybe, just maybe, she met her match. That's it for today's political drama. Did Rand Paul just steal the show? Or was Whoopi just warming up? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because next time, the tea might be even hotter. Until then, keep your popcorn ready and your debates respectful. Curtain closed.